Good morning, and welcome to Guttman Community College's 2026 Commencement. It is an honor to serve as this year's Grand Marshal for the ceremony. As a faculty member of Guttman Community College, I have attended many commencement ceremonies, and each one is important. You have worked hard to be in that seat. And we, your faculty and staff of Guttman Community College, are proud to be here to bear witness to this rite of passage in your life. You are our city's and our nation's future leaders, and we need you to go out into the world and shine as brilliantly as you shone in our classrooms. Today's ceremony marks a new chapter of your life, so let's begin. In the presence of President Elizabeth de Leon Bargava and Vice President and Provost Dr. Paul Reifenheiser, our distinguished guests, and the very proud families and friends of our graduates, I hereby direct the 13th annual commencement of Stella and Charles Guttman Community College to begin. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Matt, the violinist, who will perform the national anthem and lift every voice and sing. May I ask the audience to rise.
right. Matt, thank you so much. A round of applause for Matt again. Audience, please be seated. Welcome, everybody. It's so wonderful to see you. Graduates, how are we feeling? Yeah? We're awake? We're here? Amazing. Family, friends, supporters, how are we feeling? Yes! What a beautiful day to be in the middle of New York City in the historic Bryant Park to celebrate our graduates. My name is Dr. Daniel Ambrose, and I am the Vice President for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs. And I have the honor of serving as Master of Ceremonies for today's commencement. As we gather here to celebrate the achievements of the incredible graduates before us, Stella and Charles Guttman Community College acknowledges that our campus and our city are located on the historic homeland of the Lenape. So let us take this moment to pay our respects and acknowledge the Lenape people who remain closely connected with this land and are its rightful stewards. We also recognize that New York City has one of the largest urban Native American and indigenous populations in the United States. We honor their traditions, identities, and stories that far too often are ignored or erased. Throughout the program, you'll hear from members of our community and dedicated supporters of Guttman Community College. We kindly ask that you follow along using the program booklet provided. Now, please join me in giving a warm welcome to our wonderful president of Stella and Charles Guttman Community College, President Elizabeth De Leon Bargaba.
I'm much shorter than Danny. All right. Good morning, buenos dias. Vamos, I mean, come on, we're in the middle of New York City. I want to hear good morning. Beautiful. It is a wonderful day to be a Grizzly as we celebrate the class of 2026. Today, you stand at the peak of a magnificent mountain, or for us, the beautiful Bryant Park, aka Guttman's Quad. You are looking back at the winding, rocky path you just conquered, or to us, the traffic of both cars and people between Times Square and Grand Central. But in all seriousness, graduates, this day belongs to you. It is a glorious realization of your late night prayers. I love being in the middle of Times Square. Your quiet tears and your fierce, unyielding determination. It was all worth it. We are gathered to celebrate your triumph. Yet we must remember that greatness is never something one reaches alone. The heights we reach today are built upon the sacrifices of all those who came before us and the many who have walked beside us. In the seats around you and watching online are the anchors of your storm. They are the ones who held your hand and whispered, "Yes, you can. Sí, se puede. Y sí, tú sí puedes." When your world was filled with doubt, they held you up. These were the individuals who loved you and inspired you into this very moment. They were and they are your champions. Graduates, please rise if you are able and turn to them. And join me in giving them our heartfelt applause. To your family, to your friends, and to your beautiful village. We must also honor the keepers of this sacred space, this scholarly sanctuary. At Guttman, you found professors, staff, guides who did not merely look at you, but they truly saw you and understood your struggles. At Guttman, you have been guided by a dedicated faculty and staff who did not just teach from a textbook. They took the time to invest in you, in your success, and in your future. They poured their wisdom, their patience, and their deepest care into your minds and into your hearts. Graduates, lift your voices once more and join me in showing profound appreciation for the Guttman faculty, staff, and leadership. Woo! Today, we have special guests I'd like to recognize. We are joined by our very own Chancellor Felix Matos Rodriguez, Dr. Denise Maybank, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Dermot Smith, Vice Chancellor for Government Affairs, Dolly Martinez, Chancellor's Chief of Staff and Associate Vice Chancellor for the Executive Office, Monica Tavares, Associate Vice Chancellor and Chief of Staff for Communications and Marketing, and Dr. Hector Cordero Guzman, who is the President of the CUNY Research Foundation. Thank you for joining us. These individuals are fierce champions for Guttman and CUNY students. Also present today are members of the Stella and Charles Guttman Foundation, the Stella and Charles Guttman Community College Foundation, and other members of the CUNY Chancellery. We thank you for your continued support of Guttman. I now have the privilege to introduce a leader whose impact is both historic and deeply personal. As a first-generation Latina, I grew up believing that simply getting to college was the dream. Becoming a college president felt unimaginable, something meant for people that didn't look like me or came from where I came from. But that changed because one person saw possibility. Our Chancellor, Felix Matos Rodriguez, is that person. He is a distinguished historian, a professor, an author, and one of the nation's most respected scholars. Chancellor Matos Rodriguez has dedicated his life to public service and to expanding opportunities for all. He has led at every level, from serving as Secretary of the Puerto Rico Department of Family Affairs to becoming president of not just one, but two CUNY colleges. And now he serves as our 8th Chancellor of the City University of New York, the largest urban public university systems in the nation. When he assumed the role in 2019, he made history as the first Latino to lead CUNY. But that truly defines him. What truly defines him is not just his title. It's his unwavering commitment to students and to education. He is a fierce advocate for all students, and especially those who are first generation, low income, immigrant, or simply unsure if they belong. He believes in people before they believe in themselves. Please join me in welcoming a transformational leader, a champion for equity, and someone whose heart and vision continues to change lives. Our Chancellor, Felix Matos Rodriguez.
Good morning, buenos días. Thank you, President De Leon Garbava, for that very generous introduction. And I want to take a moment of special privilege to ask all of you to please give a big round of applause to your president for a wonderful service here at Guttman. Why don't we give your president good job, because I was going to tell you that the more love you give your president, the shorter my speech will be, right? So you did good with that applause there without any kind of a cue. I'm also want to acknowledge your beautiful families and loved ones who gather here today to celebrate the wonderful accomplishments of the Guttman graduating class of 2026. I want to congratulate the great and dedicated members of the faculty and the staff here who have guided your journey in your time here at Guttman. All of us are part of this celebration together, and there's not a happier time on the campus than this commencement day. You also have a lineup of amazing individuals who are going to be speaking to you, so I'm actually going to shorten my remarks. You have Deputy Mayor Helen Arteaga, who's going to be talking to you today, another proud CUNY graduate too, so why don't you give her... She was where you were a couple of years ago getting her PhD from the CUNY School of Public Health. So she's part of the CUNY family and a great city leader here in New York. You have a wonderful keynote speaker, and I look forward to hearing from her remarks. And then you have two really, really outstanding students who are going to be speaking to you today. So both to Jerry Gordillo and Brad Lynch, my congratulations on being part of the program today. And you can give those a big round of applause. They're your fellow students. So I have no doubt that you're going to get incredible advice and wisdom from the speakers who are going to be participating here today. So I am not going to steal any other thunder in giving you advice. I also have no doubt that you will hear about how special the Guttman family is and how great it is to be an alumni. And you're going to be joining that club in a few hours of being an alumni of the Guttman Community College family, right? And that is a badge of honor and distinction, a great network that I hope that you learn to cherish and connect with other graduates who have come before you today. I, in my role as Chancellor, want to invite you to think about another family that you joined today, which is the family of CUNY alumni, right? And CUNY alumni is an incredible family of about 1.6 million New Yorkers who are part of the City University of New York family. And I want to make sure that you're welcome into that family and that you understand that that is the family that makes New York City run, right? New York City runs on the City University of New York. When you graduate there, you are going to find that you're going to have teachers, nurses, brokers, bankers, physicians, small business owners, counselors, social workers. Every sector of life here in New York, right, is dominated by CUNY graduates. You are part of that incredible family that makes New York the great city that it is. And I want you to own that sense of identity and to carry it forward when you go into your next plans. I want to ask the group, I like to be interactive, reminding me of my teaching days. I know that many of you have different plans once you graduate. Some of you have been working and are going to a new job opportunity. Some of you are continuing your studies. Some of you might be taking a break to do something that you have to do for you or your family. Can I have all of you who are now, after graduation, continuing to another CUNY school to pursue another degree, to please stand up if you're going to a CUNY school after this? I welcome you to the extended family. You can sit now. To show that I am an equal opportunity lover, can I have all of you who are going to pursue degrees in a non-CUNY school to stand up? If you're going to a non-CUNY school. Congratulations, and I hope they gave you lots of financial aid, all right, to move forward. Again, that is the power of the City University of New York that takes the very best that we have in this city and provides additional opportunities, additional education to facilitate the next move to your journey. I know that as you graduate, you might be a little bit concerned about what comes next. Excited and concerned. And it is understandable that you feel that way. All right? The one thing that I want to reassure you today, right, is that there are a few common themes in the history of our great country that gets to celebrate our 250th anniversary this July, right? And one of the common themes of that history is that no matter what's going on in the history of this country at that time, right? Americans come from everywhere, and you represent that here today. We have the United Nations. Many of you were born outside this country, right? Some of you are the children of individuals that were born outside of this country, right? And some of you are second and third generations of folks who've been here in New York or came here to New York. A common theme in our American history is that we come from everywhere, we work hard, and we make it happen. And that has to be the driving theme as you move forward. No matter what kind of hardship, and many of you already face hardship, you're battle tested. And getting the diploma here is a validation of that. But as you look ahead in this country, each generation, we come from everywhere, we work hard, we figure it out, and we try to leave it better for the next generation ahead of us, right? I have no doubt that with the assets, with the experiences, with the things that has brought you here to Guttman, and now that you leave to go into the next phase of your educational or professional life, that you have all the elements to continue to challenge, to solve, and address the issues that we face and to make this country better. So I am excited to be part of that journey. You know, I sign your diplomas. I sit in my office late at night, signing, right? There was like 160 from here. We graduated about 50,000 graduates all around CUNY, right? So I signed there a lot with a lot of coffee, signing. But I look forward to the day that a little bit more viejito, a little bit more older, right? I walk into an office where you are there, being the professional, providing me a service, helping somebody in my family, and I look up on the wall and I see that Guttman diploma and it has my signature on it. Nothing gives me more pride to be part of your journey. I wish you the very best as you move forward. CUNY and Guttman will always have your back. Go ahead, make the world your own. Congratulations y suerte.
All right. Thank you, Chancellor Matos Rodriguez. Now, please join me in giving a warm Grizzly welcome to your 2025-2026 Student Government Association President, Jerry Gordillo.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, staff, families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. Before we begin, can we please give our graduates a big round of applause? Today is a very special day. It is a day filled with pride, joy, and celebration. For many of us, this moment represents more than just the completion of classes or the earning of a degree. It represents late nights, early mornings, sacrifices, challenges, and moments where giving up may have felt easier than continuing. But today, we are all here. For those of you who I have not had the opportunity to meet, my name is Jerry Gordillo, and I am the Student Government Associate President at Guttman Community College. And what an honor it has been to serve you all. As such, I have the honor of welcoming you to the 12th annual commencement ceremony. And today, I do not just stand here as the SGA president. I stand here as a fellow Grizzly and as a son of immigrants. As someone who once questioned if college was truly for him, and as someone who found Guttman not only as education, but a community. I want to take a moment to recognize my parents and my family, who are joining me through a screen today back home in Ecuador, and had no idea I would be giving this speech today. Can we give them a little wave, please? Mamá, papá, hermanos, gracias. Gracias por cada sacrificio y por cada noche difícil, por cada esfuerzo silencioso que hicieron para que hoy yo pueda estar aquí. Ustedes dejaron atrás comodidad y estabilidad para darme esta oportunidad de perseguir mis sueños, como muchos inmigrantes. Quiero también tomar esta oportunidad para reconocer a una persona muy especial en mi vida, cual era mi mejor amiga. Y en medio de todo el caos, llegó ella, que me dio su apoyo cuando yo ya no sabía cómo. Alguien que creyó en mis sueños, incluso cuando yo comenzaba a dudar de ellos. Hubo momentos donde el miedo y la presión y el cansancio me hicieron pensar en rendirme. Pero esa persona me recordó que todavía valía la pena seguir en adelante. Les amo y les quiero mucho. While I'd have the mic, I'd be remiss if I didn't take the time to also acknowledge some of the people who truly made Guttman feel like home. Let me start with the heart of Guttman, the hub. Shani, Shonalyn, Crystal, and Hawa. Thank you guys so much for showing me how to be a leader and the guidance over these few years. And I can't forget this is so special. Keisha, Daniel, and House 6. Wow, it feels like yesterday we were sitting in class, laughing, and talking about what the future would look like. Another very important one is to all my friends. And I'm going to mention some of them right now. Neil, Andrew, Yohani, Natalia, Jason, and Kevin. I love y'all. But like Kobe would say, job finished? I don't think so. Our bachelors are next. And before I sit, I have a little surprise for everybody. On behalf of the 2026 Student Government Association, we'd like to present our class gift. Our class gift is a bronze statue of Stella, our mascot. Stella represents strength, resilience, and community. The goal is to start a tradition where incoming students see and touch the statue during convocation. It's not until you complete your coursework, graduate, and cross the stage until you touch it again. Stella will motivate and encourage future Grizzlies and the generations to come. Once again, I want to give a warm welcome to you all. And this is very special to me. Que viva el Ecuador, que vivan los Latinos. Congratulations, graduating class of 2026. We made it.
That was amazing. Another round of applause for Jerry, our SGA president. All right. So it is my pleasure to now introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. Helen Arteaga. Dr. Helen Arteaga is the Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services in New York City, working under Mayor Mamdani, where she oversees approximately 13 agencies and offices across the health, social services, children's services, and related areas. Her experience in running one of New York City's largest medical facilities informs the decisions she makes on a daily basis as she leads the city's public health world and is also the leading public health champion. Dr. Arteaga has a bachelor's degree from New York University and a Master of Public Health from Columbia University. In 2025, she was named as one of City and State's Queen's Power 100. She has also been noted as one of Becker's Hospital Review Women Hospital Presidents and CEOs to know for both 2025 and 2024. She received her PhD from CUNY's Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy in 2023. Woo! And has since used the invaluable knowledge she gained in the program as a tool to push for health equity and a fair, more just healthcare system. But what do I really want you to know and take away about Dr. Helen Arteaga, who is a dear friend? Yes, she's the best. But she is one of the funniest people you will ever meet. Her delivery and her timing are impeccable. So if you ever have a chance to get to know her, make sure you take a moment to listen to how funny she is. Dr. Helen Arteaga, please join us.
Buenos dias. Good morning, everyone. President De Leon, now I need to think of a joke. The pressure's on, I'm sweating. But really, today, this morning, this moment belongs to all of you. I really want to thank the faculty, the staff, everyone here, family members, but more importantly, the class of 2026. Congratulations, se lo merecen. Congratulations. Today is an important day, not because the Knicks won, 5-5, yay! Not because FIFA is here, but more importantly because you are evidence that you have made it. You are the evidence that shows that dreams are possible. You have shown the resilience, the hard work that you need to get here. As you look, I hope you see the story you have in each other. And when I look at all of you on this stage, and I'm so proud, Fella already made me cry, I look at my own story. I grew up in Queens as a child of Ecuadorian immigrants. Like many first-generation students like you, I carried my family's hope and sacrifices with me. My parents worked hard and very long hours, often without recognition or without ever being seen because of their race, their culture, or their language. But more importantly, they believed education like religion. They believe education opened doors, and that's what you did today. Your degree will open many doors. Along the way, I learned something really important. Success is not about what you achieve for yourself. It's about what you do for your others when you get here. Every neighborhood, every block needs someone to care for. When people see a problem and they walk away, I ask you, for you, with your degrees, not to walk away. Look at a problem with ganas. Look at a problem with, like, I have a degree from CUNY. We don't shy away from hard problems. I want you to see those problems as opportunities that you can fix, because CUNY has prepared you. I hope you know, as graduates from this college, that you know that you have the perseverance, the tools to get stuff done. I hope you know that you have a family full of love, a lot of abuelas, tias, grandparents, and godparents. But I hope you know you have this amazing faculty here that will have your back. And like our chancellor said, you are a family of CUNY. I hope you know that you, when you start this path, you're not walking alone. And if you can do that, then I have to tell you there's nothing you can't do. The degrees you receive today, it's more than just credential. It's a reminder and the evidence that you need to see that you can do anything you put your heart to it. You've earned this degree, but you've earned the opportunity to change the future, change the city, change your community, change the block you live in. As you leave here today, carry that ambition and that passion with you and dream big. As Chancellor Fellow was saying, that his biggest, this is where I cried, his biggest glory would be is like when he's going to somewhere and he sees a degree with his signature on it. I hope, Fellow, that when you walked into City Hall and saw the CUNY degree with your signature, I hope you were proud. Gracias and congratulations.
Stay here. Yes. Helen, if you could please join me at the podium. Dr. Arteaga, thank you for your service and your beautiful words of wisdom. If you would, so on behalf of the students, the faculty, and the staff of the Stella and Charles Guttman Community College, we would like to present to you with the President's Medal for serving and for being the 2026 Distinguished Speaker. Thank you. Okay. So now it is my pleasure to introduce Guttman's keynote speaker, a visionary at the intersection of storytelling, technology, and innovation, Adora Udaji. Adora is an attorney, an award-winning journalist, a producer, and one of the few media professionals who has worked across network news, cable news, and public radio. Her career reflects a rare blend of editorial excellence and technological insight. She is also a pioneer of emerging tech with hands-on experience in virtual reality, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence. Adora serves as an adjunct professor at NYU's Interactive Telecommunications program at the Tisch School of the Arts, where she helps shape the next generation of creative technologists. Her leadership spans industries. She has served as chief storyteller at Rothenberg Ventures, interim president of News Deeply, once hailed by Time magazine as the future of news, and she founded the Basia Group, a network of strategists and storytellers driving innovation in media and operations. Adora is recognized as one of the 20 Black angels worth knowing for minority startups, underscoring her commitment to expanding opportunity and representation in the innovation economy. She is a creator, a strategist, a technologist, and above all, a storyteller who understands how narrative can shape culture and drive change. Please join me in welcoming one of the fiercest women you'll ever meet, and this year's keynote speaker, Adora Udaji.
Well, thank you, Madam President. Hello, class of 2026. Woo! And congratulations. I really could not be more excited to be here, more honored, more thrilled to talk to you on this very important day. I want to honor your accomplishments, and I'm happy to be here with your friends and family who witnessed those accomplishments. And not only for what you've already done, but everything that I have no doubt many of you, all of you, will do in the future. So I want to thank you in advance for your contributions. And perhaps some of you feel the same way I did when I was graduating. Excited, right? Although I see a lot of serious faces. And also a little panicked, right? Like, what's going to come next? And so I'm going to talk about 3 things I would tell my younger self. 3 things that have propelled my career and my life, lessons that I have learned over and over again, and ones that I hope that you will hold tightly as you begin the next chapter of your life. People, proof, and unpredictability. First, before I get to those 3, I want to thank you, Madam President, for inviting me. And I want to thank the faculty, staff, trustees, families, and loved ones who supported all of you. Because class of 2026 You did it. And I want you to turn to your neighbor and say, I did it. Come on now, let's do it. You did it. It's something worth celebrating. And you did it not when everything was easy or every answer was obvious, not when life paused, right? Because life just pauses for each of us and says, go ahead, finish your degree. Because that never happens, right? Life doesn't pause. You did it while balancing classes, jobs, families, commutes, bills, and simply uncertainty. In New York City, you did it. One of the most demanding, beautiful, and relentless cities in the world. I was so inspired when I came here a few months ago to sit down with some of you sitting in your cap and gowns today. And one story really struck me. It was a student I met who was graduating today, who was commuting 2 hours each way to an internship, a specialized internship, an opportunity that Guttman had provided for her to study art for therapy. And when we talk about celebrating what you've done, it really is a we did it, right? In this country, I know we love to celebrate individual success. We love the myth of that person, right, who made it all by themselves. But that's not true. The truth is that none of us make it alone, which brings me to the people. The first lesson, and perhaps the most important one I've ever learned. I'm the child of immigrants too. My Nigerian father, Godfrey Amici, and my Irish mother, Mary Elizabeth. And they made it real clear to my brother and I that education was mandatory. When I graduated from law school, I thought I was heading into a career as a tax lawyer. But the universe had an entirely different plan. A college mentor introduced me to ABC News producers who were looking for someone with legal experience to work behind the scenes. I'm a total news junkie, and when I walked into that bureau off of Sunset Avenue in Los Angeles, and I saw people watching the news and reading newspapers, I was like, they pay them for that? Sign me up. I'm done with that law business. I'd never met a journalist or anyone who worked in television. I knew nothing about it. That first day led to more than a decade behind the camera and then in front of the camera as a foreign correspondent for ABC News, a correspondent and anchor for CNN, and to a radio show I co-hosted at New York Public Radio, traveling to more than 100 cities in 40 states and around the world, covering stories from Baghdad to Islamabad, Paris to New Orleans. It was a fascinating run, and guess what? Not a single hour was planned. My mentor opened my eyes to a possibility I could never have imagined. In fact, every transition in my career, from law to journalism, journalism to venture capital to academia, and everything in between, including my ending up standing here in front of you today, all of it was triggered by a person. A person and many people have injected unpredictable things into my plans. And not only that, but they helped prove to me that I could change course in the most unexpected ways. And I would bet big that each of you had help. Somebody opened the door, somebody gave advice, walked the kids, sent the email, made the introduction. How about, I bet there is someone who believed in you on those days when you didn't believe in yourself. I know that because I spoke to some of you. I heard the same refrain over and over again. Stories about Guttman people. Administrators who dropped everything to help a father and son who walked into the building unaffiliated and walked out 3 hours later, enrolled, credits transferred, schedules in hand. I heard stories about security guards who from day one made it clear they were rooting for you. Professors who stayed late, took weekend calls, and helped you feel seen for the first time in your academic careers. Students who made friends, got involved, and now will never look back. Wherever you go, Please stay connected to the people you admire, the ones who showed up for you. And don't forget your families. That means your biological family, but also your chosen family. They support you, they love you, they get you through all of the good parts and all of the challenging parts. Please know for certain, life is a we program. And while the village celebrates today, I don't want anybody sitting here in your cap and gown to be confused. Today is also eternal proof that you know how to win. You know how to win. Some of you are the first in your families to graduate. Some of you are children of immigrants like me, or immigrants yourselves. Some of you worked while going to school and cared for parents, siblings, and children. Some navigated financial aid, transportation, a second or even third or fourth language, and life all at the same time. Your diploma is proof. Hear me when I say this. It is proof that you are resilient, that you can adapt, that you are determined, that you can start something really hard and finish it. Never, ever, ever forget that. It is a fact. Which brings me to the unpredictability part of my people proof and unpredictability. You are graduating, as you know, into a world moving at supersonic speed. Most of the jobs I've had the past decade, they didn't exist when I graduated. There were no digital news anchors. There were no chief storytellers and venture capital. There were no heads of corporate innovation, commercializing drones, satellite, and artificial intelligence. It didn't exist. And I could never have imagined it, nor could nearly anyone else I knew. Many of the jobs you will do not exist today. Even the tools you will use, many of those haven't even been invented yet. And the problems to come haven't been named. Now that can sound overwhelming. It sounds like a lot. But I hope that you hear it differently. Because I mean this with every fiber in my body. You are perfect. You are perfect for this time because of the grit it took to earn that cap and gown. We desperately need you. We need you. We desperately need people with new and different ideas, with backgrounds that touch every corner of the world, from Bangladesh to Trinidad, from Puerto Rico to Ghana, to Albany, New York, and every single place in between. Please know that you are allowed to make a plan to change it, reverse course, reverse back, and so on. That's not failure. That's called learning, and it all counts. Be flexible. Life will be unpredictable, but don't lose yourself. Don't confuse adaptation with surrender, humility with shrinking, or patience with giving up. You belong in the rooms you are entering. Hear me again. Hear me again. You belong in the rooms you are entering. You may be nervous. I was, and I still am. Heck, I'm nervous standing here in front of y'all. But that's okay. You may be the first or unsure of the rules. So what? Learn the rules or make new ones. Even better. Make your own rules as you move through life, making decisions based on what you're curious about and where you think you may be of great service. And then you know what? Please hold the door for somebody else. Because your success, it changes. Your success changes what people around you, what they can imagine for themselves. So make sure you hold that door open as you move forward. As I close, I share a line from a dear friend. I love this woman, and this is what she always says. Never give up before the miracle. Never, ever, ever, ever give up before the miracle. I've sent applications. They went nowhere. I had a TA when I was in college, in my senior year, who told me I was illiterate and I would never go anywhere. Well, he was wrong. Once I walked into a law firm interview and a partner said, "You don't look like a lawyer, a tax lawyer." I didn't get that job. Why? Because I was destined for journalism. That was the door that opened. Don't give up before that miracle. One of your setbacks will become a story you tell one day because it will lead somewhere unexpectedly great. And keep in mind that miracles are not always dramatic. I look back, and sometimes the miracle was that I just kept going, that I got the paper in, that I signed up for the class, tried when that thing felt impossible. Today, your Guttman experience is part of your DNA. You are a person who never gave up. You have people and proof, and you know unpredictability. Life is going to ask a lot of you. It's going to continue to ask a lot of you. It has and it will. So the next time life asks something from you that's ambitious and big and hard, remember this day. Remember this day. Remember the people cheering for you. Remember the work it took to get here. And I hope you will say to yourself, I have succeeded before. I will do it again, no matter what. I bow to you, every single one of you, Guttman Community College class of 2026. Bravo. I wish you the best, everything, all the time. Onward.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So actually, Adora, if you could actually join me back on stage. Adora, please join us. Okay, so thank you for your service and words of wisdom. On behalf of the students, faculty, and staff of the Stella and Charles Guttman Community College, we would like to present you with this President's Medal for serving as the 2026 Commencement keynote speaker. Thank you.
All right, audience, how are we doing? All right, you look really, really good from here. Just know that. We have an amazing view. Again, we are keeping our program moving. I'm very excited to introduce our next speaker. I want you to please join me in welcoming this year's faculty speaker, Dr. Andrea Morell, Professor of Anthropology. Welcome, Dr. Morell.
Good morning, Deputy Mayor Arteaga, Chancellor Matos Rodriguez, Vice Chancellor Maybach, President De Leon Bargava, Provost Reifenheiser, my esteemed faculty and staff colleagues, and beloved students. To the families and graduates, congratulations. A las familias y a los graduados, felicidades. À toute famille et avec tout gradué, félicitations. It is an honor to have been elected by my peers to represent the faculty today. We, your faculty, love this school and we loved teaching you. Graduation day is such a beautiful day. I have had more than 20 of you in class over your time here, and I have had the privilege of watching you grow. Think about how far you have come. And now that you have that degree in your hand, no one can take it away from you. It is yours. We celebrate your accomplishments today. But here's my question. Who will you share it with? My friend Willie Baptist, one of the founders of the Philadelphia Union of the Homeless and the National Poor People's Campaign, gives us this advice. The more you know, the more you owe. Many of you will first share it with your loved ones. You will help your siblings and cousins enroll in college. Your elders will call you over at block parties and family reunions to share your successes and lead others down this path, the path of a college education. You will go back to your high schools and tell the younger students, I did this, you can proudly say, and so can you. Here's what to do next. Every class presentation, every reading response, every field trip, every math problem, every page read has helped you develop into the person you are today. The years you have spent at Guttman have given you a reservoir of knowledge to draw from. Let this reservoir of knowledge nourish and enrich those around you. The more you know, the more you owe. In uncertain times like those we are living in, how will you share your degree with the world beyond? Will you share your degree with the people of New York City as a civil servant in the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, the Department of Transportation, or as a teacher in the New York City Public Schools? Will you share your degree with the hunger strikers at Delaney Hall, fighting for their freedom while being so cruelly caged by ICE? Will you share your degree with the trans kids whose medical care is under attack? Will you share your degree with climate scientists helping develop strategies for a just and sustainable future? Will you share your college degree with the other students fighting for Palestinian rights and freedom? The more you know, the more you owe. As much as you have accomplished here with all your hard work, you have only just begun. This city is yours. Seize the opportunity to complete your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, and to make your mark on the future of our great city. Congratulations and best of luck to you in your next chapter.
Thank you again, Dr. Morell. Please join me now in welcoming our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Paul Reifenheiser, who will present our special Commencement Awards.
Hello, everyone. All right, let's give out some awards. The Wang Award for Resourcefulness and the Braun Award for Resilience. These are two awards graciously bestowed to Guttman by Jasper Wang and Kristen Heinz. The Wang Award for Resourcefulness is named after Jasper Wang's father, Ken Wang, who emigrated to the United States in the 1980s in the hopes of giving his children as many opportunities as possible. This award goes to a graduate who is an immigrant or a child of an immigrant who has demonstrated particular resourcefulness and industriousness. And I think it is so important that this country's institutions celebrate immigrants, their families, and their successes. So let's celebrate this year's recipient, Jerry Gordia. The Dottie Braun Award for Resilience is named after Kristen Heinz's grandmother. Dottie Braun valued and exemplified resilience herself and others and led her local community serving as a licensed social worker, a Girl Scout leader, and a school board member. This award is bestowed to a graduate who has displayed resilience while also contributing to the good of the school community. And this year's recipient for the Braun Award for Resilience is Ariba Sikdar. Please join me at the podium. Ariba, where's Ariba? The Sean DePessoir Award is named after a former Guttman student in the 2014 cohort whose life was taken on June 7, 2015. Sean was an engaged and committed student who displayed tremendous promise as a scholar and a leader. To honor his memory, every year this award is presented to an urban studies graduate who, like Sean, embodies passion and excellence in the pursuit of learning. And this year's recipient is Alex Golbicki. Alex was unable to be with us today, so Molly Macris, Professor of Urban Studies, will accept it on his behalf. All right, you may know that at Guttman, we take academics excellence very seriously. And so it is my distinct pleasure to recognize this year's valedictorians and our salutatorian. With the highest grade point average among those eligible to graduate, this year's two valedictorians are Mona Diaz and Eric Sabator. Please join me. Our salutatorian is Christian Martinez. Please join me at the podium.
All right. Congrats again to all of our award recipients, including all of our winners at the Stella's award ceremony earlier this week. Now it's my honor to introduce our class speaker. This year's speaker not only excelled academically, but also has emerged as an inspiring leader within the Guttman community. Please join me in welcoming your 2026 class speaker, PTK Vice President, Abilities Club President, and SGA Treasurer, Brad Lynch.
Good morning, President De Leon, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, families and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026 at Guttman Community College. It is an honor to stand here before you today. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to represent our class. And thank you to everyone here, the professors who challenged us, the advisors who guided us, and the families and friends who supported us. We are deeply grateful. Over the past few weeks, I've tried to come up with one word that best represents our class. And if I had to choose one, it would be this: resilient. Resilience doesn't always appear dramatic. It's not always a big comeback or a perfectly told success story. Sometimes it looks like showing up to an early morning class when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it looks like working an evening shift when you're exhausted. And sometimes it even looks like resisting the urge to eat carbs when you've been slacking at the gym recently. Great. Give me a round of applause if you know what I'm talking about. But more often than not, resilience is quiet. Resilience is simply deciding in yourself, I won't give up. When we first walked into Guttman, many of us didn't know what to expect. Some of us came straight from high school. Some of us returned to school after years away. Some of us traveled here from our homes abroad. And some of us were the first in our families to attend college. Each of us came with different stories, different struggles, different doubts, and different dreams. But what brought us together was a shared decision to show up and take a chance on ourselves. When I first started at Guttman, I was overwhelmed and unsure of what my next chapter would look like. I wasn't ready for college, and I was really struggling to believe in myself and find my potential for success. But Guttman changed that. Throughout my time here, I grew into a student leader, serving in roles like president of the Abilities Club, president of Delta Alpha Pi Honor Society, vice president of fellowship of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and treasurer of Student Government Association. These experiences gave me the confidence, drive, independence, and self-direction to pursue a bigger purpose beyond myself. But the most important thing Guttman gave me, and all of us, was something far bigger than titles. It gave us community, a place where people support each other, push each other, and genuinely want to see each other succeed. We lived this every day. Think back to the early morning classes, late night study sessions, and group projects we shared that tested our patience and communication skills, and sometimes our Wi-Fi. Against all odds, no matter how stressful it got, we made it here together, because that's just who we are. But let's be honest, this journey was never easy. Many of us balanced work, family responsibilities, and personal challenges alongside our education. Some of us faced financial stress. Some of us struggled with self-doubt. Some of us questioned whether we even belonged in college. There were many moments when quitting felt easier than continuing, but we didn't quit. We kept fighting. In the movies, Rocky Balboa once said, "Life ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward." This is what brought us here today. Along the way, we discovered what makes Guttman such a special place. Here, people know your name. Professors notice when you're not in class. Advisors actually check in with you. And opportunities are always offered, but you have to be willing to take them. Guttman taught us more than what can be measured in grades. It taught us the value of showing up, even when it's hard. It taught us that all growth happens outside our comfort zones. And it taught us that asking for help is not weakness, but wisdom. Because of this, we are not the same people who first walked through these doors. We are more disciplined, more self-aware, and more prepared to take on the world and whatever comes next for us. Of course, none of this would have been possible without those who stood beside us. To our faculty, thank you for believing in us, pushing us to do bigger and better every day, both inside and outside the classroom. To our advisors and staff, Office of Accessibilities, Student Life, CCPP, and many more, thank you. Thank you for guiding us through every step of our journey, especially the most uncertain ones. Thank you for all the work you do to make Guttman a safe and impactful place every day. To our families and loved ones, thank you for all your sacrifices and for your support and for reminding us why we started when things got tough. This accomplishment belongs to you, especially as much as it belongs to us. And I'm talking to you, Mom. And to the class of 2026, thank you for being your authentic selves, for the memories, the laughs, and all the moments in between that got us through. You all made this experience what it was. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter, the day we become alumni. Some of us are transferring to four-year institutions. Some of us will enter the workforce. Some of us will pursue paths we can't yet fully envision. And that's okay, because no matter where we go, the foundation we built here at Guttman will travel with us. The road ahead won't be easy. It will challenge us, it will test us, and it will push us to our limits. This is why resilience will be our greatest asset. So, my fellow graduates, moving forward, I encourage all of you, when opportunities feel intimidating, apply to them anyway. When goals feel ambitious, pursue them anyway. When the path feels uncertain, take the next step anyway. Because if Guttman taught us anything, it's that we're capable of far more than we think. There's another quote from author Maya Angelou, which says, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside yourself." We all came here with stories still being written, and today we are reminded that it's up to us to keep writing them, to go further, aim higher, and never hold ourselves back from our true potential. So, as we leave here today, let's carry forward the spirit of Guttman. Let's be leaders who listen, professionals who act with integrity, and people who show up for others the way Guttman showed up for us. Let's make an impact, not just for ourselves, but for our communities, our loved ones, and for all those still trying to find their way. Because the truth is, this moment didn't come from everything going right. It came from the moments we were tested, the moments we doubted ourselves, and the moments we dealt with hardship, but still carried on regardless. Congratulations, class of 2026. Mission accomplished. Keep on fighting.
All right, thank you, Brad. And congratulations on all of your accomplishments. For anybody who was at the Stellas, Brad absolutely cleaned up at that event. So if we could get another round of applause for Brad, please. Hey, everybody, what do you say we get these students graduated? All right, I would like to invite our wonderful president to join me at the podium, please. All right, and this is my favorite part. Graduates, please rise. All right. Now, faculty, I'm going to need some help on this one, so I'd like all the faculty in the audience, everybody up on the stage, doesn't matter if you're in your robes or not, please rise. I'm going to ask you to face our graduates, and I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm asking you to respond to this question with an affirmative and enthusiastic and perhaps overly energetic "we do." All right, faculty, I present before you the students as having met your rigorous academic standards. Do you affirm that they have met the requirements for graduation at Stella and Charles Guttman Community College? Yeah, we do. All right. Woo. President De Leon, I have the honor to present to you Guttman Community College's candidates for graduation, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degrees for which they are now qualified.
By the authority vested in me by the CUNY Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of the faculty and the provost, I hereby confer upon each of you who have completed the respective requirements the degree of Associate of Arts in Business Administration, the degrees of Associate of Applied Science and Health Information Technology, the degree of Associate of Arts in Human Services, the degree of Associate of Applied Science in Information Technology, the certificate in Cybersecurity, the degree of Associate in Arts in Liberal Arts, the degree of Associate of Arts Secondary Education and Social Studies, the degree of Associate of Science in Science, the degree of Associate of Arts in Urban Studies, with all the rights and privileges and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. You may now move your tassels from the right to the left. And please take your seats and prepare to come to the stage. Who do I give this to? Crystal? Okay.
They should shouldn't they exit and join their class? Yes, they do. They're going now. They're supposed to go this way. Okay. Yeah. Now presenting students graduating with an Associates of Arts degree in Business Administration. Elodie Rosario. Alan Pager. Andre LaRoche. Daniel Glorio. Pedro Chavez. Christoph Waits. Celia Rogers. Angelique Orzuna. Adriana Gill. Leonora Saka. We don't have to do a pose of every single
Diana Bodnija. Ethan Marte. Christian Martinez. Jaden Burke Kirk. Joel Krisham. Alexander Stanek. Christian Nunez. Ariela Peña. Juliana Ace. Leah Lal. Sandra Castillo. Andrea Sailema. Andrea Sailema. Alexander Basurto. Janice Alvarez. I know your name. Brad Lynch. Elizabeth Rodriguez. Abel Paredes Briones. Adriano Hernandez. Aisha Sadika. Aisha Sadika. Trinity Haynes. Brianna Vasquez Chanchavac. I do not. Zion Alexis. Oh, hold on. Christine Sikarutz. Miriam Shafakwat. Now presenting students graduating with an Associates of Applied Science degree in Health Information Technology.
Ariana Khan. Now presenting students graduating with an associate's degree in human services. Jared Bonas. Antonio Russo. Aaliyah Rodriguez. Georgiana Sandiford. Lee Mahoney. Vanessa Carrero. Angela Lopez Hernandez. Dillon. Maylene Dillon. Regine Moyen. Ibrahim Nabasin. Brianna Brooks. Wendy Bravo. Andrew Vincent Borrero. Joseph Hurtado de Mendoza. Giovanni Marcelin. John Ramos. Martin Cervantes Garcia. Jocelyn Tenerada. Jalen Harrison. Now presenting students who are graduating with an Associate of Applied Science degree in Information Technology. Mona Diaz. Farjana Janath. Ariba Sitker. Elliot Dixon. Juno Espinal. Marvin Mendez. Mamadou Diallo. Jacob Garcia. Maozia Lowy. Gustavo Hernandez. Tia Britton. Congratulations. Tia Britton. Mohammed Barry. Makai Ramdas. Marvin Rodriguez.
The following students are graduating with an Associate of Arts degree in Liberal Arts. Mercedes Cruz. Seto Doyle. Damien Severino. Jerry Gordillo. Miko Coleman. Stephanie Leroy. Madison Benarbe. Ana Martinez. Stephanie Tapia. Sam Krebs. Kiana Warner. Samia Akhtar. Sidra Linaji. I messed that up, Sidra. I'm sorry. Mariam Nashed. Campbell Bryce. Carlos De Leon. Grace McDonough. Neha Iftikhar. Enrique Guzman. Randy Casaro. Kiana Scott McDowell. Mamaduba Bigovi. Said that wrong. Jolene Pineda. Hans Medina. Jose Jacobo. No, just say the last one. Serhi Tedlicky. Nadim Ali. Rain Mercado. Desiree Mondesir. Havo Seglova. Liana Morgan. Marili Cocolezzi. Safia Zaki. Manuel Sabater. Sarah Rodak. Estrella Garcia Torres. Javaris Nunez. Elizabeth Florian Beta. Janea Hall. Darius Lewis. Marissa Taylor. Danae Smith. Faris Karomo. Kazea Graham Kwashi. Alexandra Corves. Lizeth Casco. Emeline Cachigna. Judine Biggs. Devin Mendoza. Kadir Tunkari. Jordana Santos. Now presenting a student who is graduating with an Associate of Arts in Liberal Arts for Secondary Education and Social Studies. Hernan Peral. And you're different now, right? Okay. Now presenting students who are graduating with an Associate of Science in Science. Stephanie Moriña. Janity Senaviatone. Jean Riera. Howard Swaby. Now presenting students who are graduating with an Associate Arts degree for Urban Studies. Neil Rahman. Kyson Brister. Sumaya Noor. Xiaodan Zhang. Amazing Taveras.
Right?
Woo, okay. This was emotional for me.
Yeah. There's a backlog of pictures, but they need to sit.
Okay. I think we're ready. Okay. We're almost to the finish line. Graduates, look around you. Take a look at each other, those who are here. Take a moment to take a deep breath. You know how I always ask you to take a deep breath? This is a profound moment, and I want you to take it all in. Be present. Be present in the fact that you are now alums of one of the most distinguished community colleges in this nation. Felicidades to all of you. Carry that truth with you as a shield and a reminder of your worth. Your degree was not handed to you. It was earned. It was forged in those late night hours after working exhausting shifts at demanding jobs. It was built by analyzing complex texts, demanding more from yourself when it came to your research, and refusing to accept the easy answers. You did not just survive this academic journey, you mastered it. But what truly makes this class remarkable is not just your individual intelligence, it is your collective grace. You have been an absolutely amazing class. And as my first graduating class, you will always have a special place in my heart. This is going to be really tough for me. I keep on telling all of you that you're stuck with me, so. In a world that tells you to get ahead by pushing others down, you, as a class, chose a different path. You supported each other. When a classmate stumbled, you lifted them up. When someone was tired, you carried the load for them. You made sure your fellow classmates never went hungry. I wish the world would stop and learn from what we have witnessed and what we do right here at Guttman. While the rest of our society fractures, you built a sanctuary of mutual respect. While others simply complain about what is broken, Guttman students, they walk right into the president's office with real, thoughtful solutions. You just don't demand the change, you engineer it. And that is exactly why I look towards tomorrow with such unshakable faith. Because we cannot ignore the world beyond these walls. It can feel overwhelming, but you have proven that a different, brighter way is possible. You are exactly what the world needs right now. This graduation is not just a finish line. It is a launching pad. It is the foundation upon which you will build your legacy and drive our collective progress forward. The horizon ahead of you is wide open, bursting with possibilities. They are just waiting for you. As you leave this campus, carry with you that spirit of civic engagement and critical thinking nurtured by our faculty and our staff. I want you to leave with a timeless truth from James Baldwin that perfectly captures a brilliant responsibility of this moment. The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in. You have survived the doubts, conquered the hurdles, and rewritten the rules of what is possible. The past was just a draft, but the future is a promise, one that you will write with bold, unapologetic grace. Go out and be your authentic self and achieve the impossible. Congratulations, class of 2026. Felicidades. To officially close commencement, please welcome our Grand Marshal, Dr. Douglas Medina, Assistant Professor of Political Science, back to the podium.
Students, families, and esteemed guests, congratulations! The 2026 commencement exercises of Stella and Charles Guttman Community College are now concluded. Our recessional will begin with a stage party. We ask our graduates to remain in their seats until they are escorted out by their marshals. Families and friends, please remain seated until all students have exited. Please feel free to remain in Bryant Park for photos and to visit any of the Bryant Park vendors before your departure. Thank you.
Otros 11 bonitos que veo en San Juan, disfrutando de todas esas cosas que extrañan los que se van, disfrutando de noches de esas que ya no se dan, pero queriendo volver a la última vez. Ya los ojos te miré y contarte las cosas que no te conté. ¿Te parece a mi crush? Y tirarte las fotos que no te tiré. Ey, tengo el pecho pelado, me dio una mata, el corazón dándome patas. Dime, baby, ¿dónde tú estás? Pa' llegar